New York, December 8th, 1980. John Lennon has just been shot and killed outside his Central Park West apartment.
British rock star Lennon was best known for his years as a member of the Beatles. Following their breakup in 1970, he involved himself in a series of political and artistic endeavors, including the peace movement.
On a 6-month visit to New York in 1971, John and his second wife, the Japanese artist Yoko Ono, decided to settle here permanently. Following a long battle with immigration and an 18-month separation from his wife, John won permanent residency in 1975. Would never again see his native England.
John and Yoko secluded themselves inside the Dakota with their son Sean. Lennon had devoted the past 5 years of his life to raising the child and was on the verge of musical comeback at age 40.
An album made jointly by Lennon and Ono, Double Fantasy, has been selling briskly since its release late last month. Greatly encouraged by the album's success, they were reportedly planning a small concert tour.
But tonight, returning with his wife from the Hit Factory recording studios, Lennon was met by a waiting gunman. The assailant, identified as 25-year-old Mark David Chapman, fired 4 to 6 bullets into Lennon at close range.
Chapman had been lurking outside Dakota for several days. Earlier in the afternoon, he obtained an autograph from Lennon and then stood around for 6 hours reading The Catcher in the Rye.
After emptying his gun, Chapman dropped it on the ground and stood waiting to be arrested.
Police responding within minutes rushed Lennon to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival.
We've all lost people we care about. With me, it started before I was even born. I lost my father. Oh, he didn't die. He ran away to sea, and then he came back.
Well, John, I've got a surprise for you. I like having you with me so much, I've taken you to New Zealand to live. What you say?
Really, Daddy?
That's right, my boy. I've no intention of losing you again.
Mommy! Daddy said we're going to live in New Zealand. Won't that be fun?
So that's what you're up to. Well, you can't have
Now look, Julia, I
John, go and pack your things. Your father and I are going to have a little chat. Go on now. I don't want any trouble. All I want is my son back.
I'm used to John to myself now, and I'm taking him with me.
Oh, no, you're not. How dare you bring him here without letting us know about it?
I can tell you still really love me. Why not come with us? We could start over.
Still a dreamer, eh, Freddie? Well, I suppose that's never going to change, but you are not taking John.
I have as much right to him as you.
You never cared about him. We haven't heard from you in years, and now you expect to pick up where you left off. Well, I suppose now's as good a time as any to tell you. I want a divorce.
What's that?
I've met someone decent, and he wants to marry me. I need a divorce.
Once the courts get wind of this, they'll never let you keep John.
Maybe he's keeping it from me. Just you try and take it.
Maybe he wants to go with me. Why not ask him?
Are you daft? He's just a little boy.
Still, he ought to know his own mind. Or are you afraid he'll choose me?
John, come back in here.
Are you coming with us, Mommy? Are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm going to New Zealand, and your mummy's going back to Liverpool. Now, who do you want to stay with? Your mummy or with me?
You. You're sure now? Do you want to go to another country with him, or will you stay here with me?
Daddy!
But John,
That's enough, Julia. You've had your answer. Now leave him be.
Mommy, don't go! I'm changing my mind!
Julia took me to live with my Aunt Mimi and her husband George. I wouldn't see me mum or my father again for some time.
So, John, how was Sunday school?
For the first day, some wanker read out my full name. John Winston Lennon. But now some little bugger, Pete Shotton, keeps calling me Winnie. I'm gonna pound him.
John, now wherever did you learn such language? You ought to be ashamed.
Oh, hell, Mimi, all the kids talk that way.
You go to your room. Now.
What the bloody hell did I do?
You heard me, young man. I don't want to hear you talk that way ever again. Is that clear?
Yes,
John, upstairs now.
You're not gonna cross with me, Mimi, are you?
Oh, come on back and finish your dinner.
I was still determined to get even with that Shotton. He'd gotten away with calling me Winnie for far too long. I caught him alone the next day.
Listen, you, if you keep calling me Winnie, I'm not to smash you up. Whoa, then, Woody. You'll have to prove it false. And I'd like to see you try. Let me go! Let me go! Right, not gonna call that name any longer, are you? What name? You know bloody well what name. You mean 4-I-A. You mean Woody. Ah! No, Corporal. Okay then, Shocking. Just promise you won't call that name any longer. Or tell anyone that my middle name is Winston and I'll let you go. Oh, all right, I promise. You should now. Cross my heart and hope to God. Winnie, 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 Winnie. I'll get you for that, Shocking. Well, you'll have to kiss me first, won't you?
Woo! Yeah. Pete and I have been best mates from then on. And since we're in secondary school together, we got a couple mates together and formed our own group.
That's all a lark, really. We call ourselves the Quarrymen after our school, and we just got our first real engagement.
Well?
The Church Summer Festival.
Who will take the coal from the mine? Who will take the salt from the earth? Who will take the promise and never put it back? Don't look now, but here come my Aunt Mimi down the path. Come on! Woo! Hey!
This is very nice, John. Now, what on earth are you doing up there?
It's called skiffle, Mimi.
Well, I call it a lot of racket. Where even did you get those ridiculous clothes?
In a shop.
Don't take that tone with me, young
John,
man.
you were wonderful. Maybe one of the boys wonderful.
If you say so, cute thing. I mean, we all have lovely, peaceful lives, but you encouraging him.
No, Mimi.
I suppose if you must persist with this skiffle noise, then I've got to bear it. But I'll only say this, John. The guitar is all very well, but you'll never make a living at it. Don't you better to concentrate on your studies once you start art college. You're a bright boy. It's not many who get a second chance to make something of themselves. I suggest you take advantage of it.
Christ, dude, it's always something, you know. It's not me music, some clothes, and me schoolwork. I'm gonna be starting college here soon. She's gotta start treating me like an adult.
Ah, let it go, John. I have someone here you should meet.
Get on with it, will you?
John Lennon, meet Paul McCartney.
Hi.
Hi.
Paul goes to the Innie with Ivan Nige.
Oh, so I'm bad. Well, what brings you around this way then, lad?
The church fair was a good place to meet birds.
Oh, you fancy a bit of the finger pie, do you?
That's kid stuff.
Is it now? And how old are we then?
Old enough. I heard you're bad.
And?
Not bad, Lennon. It so happens I'm better.
Okay. Prove it, son.
Be glad to.
What bloody song is that?
The ones I've written, I'm working on.
What, you write your own tunes?
Some of them.
Well, keep playing, man. I didn't tell you to stop.
Well, she said she was looking for a tall, dark man, so girl, look me over, now we're walking in hand. She's smiling, 'cause it's showing. The good lovins get me going. And now girlfriend's walking happy 'cause she's walking with a tall, dark man. The girlfriend's walking happy 'cause she's walking with a tall, dark man. The girlfriend's walking happy 'cause she's walking with a tall, dark man.
I like that. Hey, come in. Just a second. Yeah, it's going to be in the groove. Yes.
Why not?
Come on.
Paul, we'd quite like to have you in the group with us, mate.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
I can't get till autumn. I gotta go to scout camp with my kid brother.
Hey, you're a bit old for scout camp, aren't you?
Well, my dad's making me go. Because my mom died last year. Gotta look after my kid brother, right? Besides, I like him.
How can you just stand there and act so normal when your mum's dead? That ever happened to me, I go out of my head.
Got to be off.
Well, ring me up when you get back, all right?
All right.
Well, now Paul's joined the Quarrymen. I can tell me days with the group are numbered. John and I are still as close, but now he's got a mate who shares his musical interests.
I'm working on it, Mac. I can't seem to get it, though, you know?
Sure you can.
See, that's my problem. I got sticky fingers.
The trick is not to think about it.
Oh, if you don't think about it, how can you get it?
Fingers will know what to do. Well, they should anyway. Try it again.
Oh, this is bullshit, Macca.
Stick to it, Johnny. If you get this one, I'll spot you a pint.
Are you serious, aren't you? Right then.
See, you've almost got to slow it down a little.
All right. Hey, how about that pint then, huh?
You don't get to be Georgian with us?
Who?
George, he's this fellow at school with me. He's quite good on the guitar. He can do solos.
Bring him around the jacaranda then.
Will do. Let's play it again once more.
All right.
That's right.
Rock and roll.
Mimi, you really ought to be easier on him. He's just a boy.
He's nearly 18, Julia, and he's so disrespectful. You don't know what I go through.
No, I suppose I don't. All I did was to have him, eh?
You're sorry, Julia. You know I've never regretted taking him in. You had your chance for happiness, and George, well, God rest his soul, we loved him like a son. But you must let me raise him as I see fit, particularly now. I mean, all he does is sit around with that Paul all day, playing his guitar. I'm sorry I ever bought it for him. It's just not practical.
Not everyone can be as practical as you, Mimi.
Well, I might have known you'd take his side. Meanwhile, he's skipped classes all term. He's barely passed his first year's course, but he's not suited for any type of real work.
Mimi, don't you see that the harder you are on him, the worse he'll act? He's a very bright young man. He's got such potential. He knows his own mind. He'll be fine once he gets into second term this autumn. He just needed this past year to settle in.
I shouldn't worry. Well, of course not. You never do.
You always do. I know me. I've got to pick up the girls. We're going shopping.
I won't walk you to the stop tonight, Julia, but I'll see you tomorrow.
And don't worry.
What a terrible, terrible shock. One minute she was sitting here having a cup of tea with me, the next she'd gone. I never told any of the family where she was struck by the car. Too painful. They drive by the spot every day.
I lost me mom twice, really. Once when I went to live with me Aunt Mimi, and again at 17 when I was reestablishing a relationship with her.
It wasn't just a case of my sister dying in a car accident either. I got a little boy, so our relationship was very special. John and Julia adored each other. It was years before he even mentioned her name.
John, I'm sorry about your mom.
No, you don't.
Since John's been back to school for the autumn term, he's begun drinking heavily. He seems determined not to let his pain show, but anyone who knows him well can see the change. There's only a few people with whom he can let his guard down. Paul, myself, and his new friend, Stu Sutcliffe.
Telling us, Stu, you got to join.
Why?
Why? Because you're my best mate, that's why. Look, I never asked you for a favor before, have I?
You haven't?
Well, solid, I'm asking you for another one.
And I'm asking a favor as well. I know you made a bounce with something quick or you'll be out of here.
Come off it, Alvin. It's not like you got people queuing up to get in.
Never you mind, Lennon. I'm certainly not making me fortune off your lot.
Oh, anyway, we helped you with that float parade. Saved you a few quid, eh?
Hey, well, I've got my eye on you.
Listen, Alan, I've got my own group together. Can you get us some work?
What, me?
Yeah, I've heard you've been getting work for Rory and Derry's group. Can't you help us out as well?
Well, can't be much of a group if you're in it, Lennon. What's the name?
Johnny and the Moondogs. It's rock and roll, mate.
That's a bloody awful name.
Is it?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Lennon. Come down and let me hear you play sometime. And in the meanwhile, suppose you buy some food for a change instead of catching off your staff.
Suppose you buy some things instead of catching off your staff. You heard the man. We'll be getting paying gigs soon enough. What do you say?
Oh, suppose I hate it. What in bloody hell do I do with the bass guitar?
So, to the next guy.
Oh, you mean give it to him?
Well,
Shouldn't you ask Paul first? It's his group, too.
I'm the leader, mate. If I say you're in, you're in.
Oh, I'll have a bunker.
Really?
Just so you shut up about it. Who knows? Might be fun for a change.
Here. You think the birds flock around you now? Wait till you see how they go for rock and rollers.
Hey, speaking of birds, mate, there's that Cynthia Powell who's been mooning over your term.
Big fucking deal. She's a teaser.
Oh, really, Lennon? And how would you know?
Come on, Stu. I mean, look at the way she dresses. She's like a bleeding monk. She always goes straight home after class. I'm fed up with her staring at me all the time.
Johnny, me boy, you've got it bad.
Well, for her, she's so pure it makes me sick.
But she's coming over to us. Why not tell her to piss off, that being the case?
What?
You heard me brush her off now.
Not only will I do that, Sipcliffe, but I'll get a drink off her as well.
Hello, Stuart.
Hi.
Cynthia, do you know John?
They're in my lettering class, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah, you know, that'd be nice, yeah.
Maybe
All
two.
right, I'll be right back.
You wipe that smoke off your face, Sipcliffe, or I'll do it for you.
Oh, I can't help it. John, listen, love, I thought I'd never see the day.
You're a salt.
Yeah, well, you're hooked in it.
Thank you, Sin.
That's a new one.
Well, what is it you're used to then, huh?
Miss Powell? Oh, well, please forgive me, Miss Powell. I shan't let it happen again.
You needn't be mean about it. I just meant nobody's ever given me a nickname before, that's all. Aren't you going to ask me to sit down?
Would you like to dance?
Oh, thanks, but I don't think I'd better. I'm engaged to this fella in Hoylake.
Well, I didn't fucking well ask you to marry me now, did I?
John, this is George Howson, that fellow I told you about.
Oh. The brilliant guitarist from the Liverpool Institute. How old are we then? Now 13. Does he speak yet?
I'm 16 here.
Well, you come back when you're all grown up, lad. We don't want your mum in here.
Hang on a minute. John, let's have a word. I think it's best give him a call.
I think that's not the right thing, McCartney. You know, you're getting a bit too pushy. Who started this group? Me, you remember?
Mind that, John, he tears it up.
That kid?
So, see, John, it's true, we could really improve our sound.
What sound, Mac? We sound bloody awful.
And we do now, but with him we could get really good. Tighten up our act. Start writing our own material. Hey, you're always singing with a professional, this is our chance.
Well, he's that good, huh?
Trust me.
All right, I'll think about it. In the meantime, I've got some good news of my own. Found us a bass player.
Brilliant, who is it? Stu. He can't play bleeding notes.
That's right, and that's why you're going to teach him.
Not serious.
I'm dead serious. Either he's in or George isn't.
You know what you're doing, you bastard.
Trust me. Woo.
Stu never really was good on bass. So what you had to tell him to do was turn away and do this mean, moody-looking thing over the shoulder. He didn't want anyone to see what he was actually playing. So anyone would realize would tell he couldn't play at all. He just used to turn his amp down and make this sort of bass noise. He didn't even know what key we were in. John had his way as usual.
You know, you look great as a blonde. Did you ever see any Bridget Bardot films?
All right, let's try it again, Stu. All right, you nearly got the hang.
How that'll be the day. Woo-hoo.
Lay off, always.
Sure, George. You know, there's a bloody hopeless cause.
Look, I'm trying my bloody best. Can't you see
I
that?
know you are, Stuart. You can't help if you're bloody hopeless. You should just stick to painting.
Well, maybe I should.
Not too late now.
Listen, mate, Alan Williams says if we can find a steady drummer, he'll book us some gigs in Hamburg.
Germany.
Oh, you silly twit. Hamburg, Spain. Of course, Germany.
You gotta laugh.
Right.
Oh, Christ, we don't know any fucking drummers.
Wait a minute.
Yeah?
What about Pete Best? Yeah, Pete. His mom owns the Casbah.
Oh, right.
He's only been playing about a year. He mightn't be much good, isn't that so?
Studios only been playing a year, Macca.
I rest my
Oh,
case.
fuck off,
Come
McCartney. I'm
on.
singing.
Shut her up now. Come on, George, what about this Pete?
Well, he just got himself a new kit nerd. He's looking for him.
Let's ring him up, eh?
You handle it, Macca. We'll try him out with Alan Williams tomorrow.
How are you, lad?
Hey, if it isn't Alan Williams, how you doing there, man?
I find something out.
I'm okay, you know, I'm doing all right. Hey, how you lads doing, huh?
Good.
All right.
All right. Glad to have you. What do you go by these days?
The Silver Beatles.
Beatles? Like insects?
No. Beatles with an A, like beat music, like the crickets. Catch on.
Insects, eh? That's even worse than dogs. I didn't think it was possible. Well then, are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're gonna do a tune Paul's written. It's called Trouble.
Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Looking for trouble and here she comes. One look at her and I get down. She wears a tight sweater and a skirt to match. She's got a man and that's the catch. Well, I know she'll be mine tonight, and I know I'll treat her right. All the say don't waste the time. Well, did I find her? Or did she find me? Last time I saw her, I swear she was looking at me. Well, did I find her? Or did she find me? Last time I saw her, I swear she was looking at me. Well, looking for trouble and she's on her way. Walks up to me and then I say, who's your man? I want to get into trouble.
Right. That'll do. You in the back, what's your name?
Please.
Play me a drum roll, will you? Okay, lads, how would you like to go abroad?
When can we leave?
Tomorrow.
Cynthia, please listen. Now, you must get him to move back home.
There's not a lot I can do, Mimi. He wants to be with Stuart.
Oh, but that place is filthy.
What? Mimi, son, we will have to play in Hamburg.
Hamburg?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Certainly not. You can't go there, John. It's out of the question.
Well, I'm going and you can't stop me.
What about your studies?
Mimi, you're always the one who said I'd never make a living at playing the guitar, and now I'll be getting piles of money.
Just what do you consider piles of money, John?
£100 a week each.
So, you're going to throw away your future with both hands for some quick cash. I think you're being very foolish. That's all I'll say.
You're happy for me, aren't you, Sid?
Yeah, but how long will you be gone?
I can't say really. We're under contract for 6 weeks with a renewal option.
What are you going to do about school?
Christ, is that all anyone can talk about is school? Don't you see this is what we've been working towards for years now, and we're finally getting somewhere and getting paid for it. Now they can talk about new bloody lessons.
Yeah, how much are you getting paid, really?
Doesn't matter, I'm going abroad.
No, I'm sorry, John. It's just I'm going to miss you, that's all.
Oh, I'm going to miss you too. I write you every day. Come on, don't look so sad. Give me that sexy Bridget Bardot smile. There you go, that's better. Dear Sid, I love you, and I'm missing you like mad. I don't like the idea of Paul's bird Dot moving in with you, because we could never be alone, really. Imagine having her there all the time, especially when we were in bed. And imagine Paul coming in all the time. I'd hate the idea. Oh, the club here is massive, Sin. I haven't had my voice since I've been here. I think I lost it before I left, if I remember rightly. Oh, well, I love you, Miss Powell, and I wish I was on my way to your flat right now with Siggy's chips and a big fat rubber.
So, what's on for tonight, mates?
What's for you?
I was just going to sit here right with old Levis and Miss Powell. As usual.
Getting off it, Harrison, you blooming baby. Still a nappies, is it? Yeah.
Well, John, you know I like her. It's just that she's got teeth like a horse.
Fuck off. Hey, what did Kosh try to say anyway?
Oh, bloody bastard. As soon as we mentioned Ray's, he forgot those English.
Shit.
Weeks ago.
I'm not going to be living in this fucking rat hole all the time.
Well, we're stuck here for now, at least. Scotland town, eh?
Aye, she's right.
What about your letter?
Oh, the letter will keep, man. I'm bloody knackered as it is. You got that?
Does it wake you up, John?
What the fuck is that, Harrison? You're not taking a stupid chance if the cops catch you, they'll find out you're underage and we'll all be shipped back home.
Relax, Paul. I never check my papers when I'm on stage. Besides, these are diet pills. Prellies. They're legal.
Everything's legal on the reaper bottom, Macca, you know.
Rid of them now.
Come on, don't you think we should check into the situation first?
Bloody serious.
Yeah. Come on, mate. Have a pull, eh? One won't hurt you.
Come on, what are we then, huh? Chicken?
What's up on you all?
There you go.
Yeah.
We are.
All right.
I've seen you. Watching us. What's your name? Your name? My name is Stuart.
Austin Kercher.
Now we're getting somewhere. Stuart Sutcliffe?
Stuart.
Sounds nicer the way you say it. God, you have amazing eyes. Do you know that? Eyes, you're beautiful. Bloody hell, I feel like I'm in junior school.
Also you.
Sorry?
Sorry, why sorry?
No, I just meant... I'm afraid I don't understand you very well either. Here, would you like to sit down? Sit down, come on.
You play?
With the Beatles, yes.
Beatles, do you understand? Beatles.
What are you on about?
Beatles means...
What is it? Well, you can't tell me. All right, well, suppose we change the subject then. Is Klaus coming around tonight?
Klaus? Like, studio.
Oh, well then, would you like to dance?
No, pictures.
You want to go to the cinema?
Take pictures.
Oh, you're a photographer.
Yeah, Beatles, pictures.
What, you want to photograph us?
Yeah, first you. Beautiful also.
No, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Beautiful inside, beautiful outside. Like, you understand?
I understand.
So, what happened to the £100 a week then?
I spent it all, Mimi.
Now, don't be smart. This rock and roll business was one thing when you were a schoolboy, but you're a grown man now. It's time you start acting like one.
You wait, Mimi. Someday I'm going to be famous and you'll be sorry you treated me this way.
Well, until that day, there's going to be some changes in this house. We're going to have some law and order. Elvis Presley is all very well, but I don't want him for breakfast, dinner, and tea. And I found a proper job for you.
What are you on about?
I found you a job on the buses as a conductor. They can't get staff anywhere, and I signed you off.
I'm not a working man, Mimi, and if you think I'm going out that door at 9 in the morning and coming back at 5, well, I won't.
Just think about it, John. It's either that or brushing the snow. I am just about had it with you.
Lennon! Lennon! They've been looking for you all day, man.
What the fuck for?
They got us some bookings.
Where?
The cabin.
Get stuffed, mate. I ain't playing no bloody jazz.
So they want us to do rock. It's a trial. It's a noontime session. So if it goes over well, it's steady.
That's great.
That's not all.
Yeah?
I spoke with Peter Echo and he says he can get us back into Germany.
Yes!
He says he wants to book us for the top 10
All
in April.
right! I say you get George and Stu. I'll ring Petey. Twitches in half an hour. Going back now, mate. Woo! Wie geht es Ihnen, all you Frauleins and Fraus? Hey, you, where's your tank anyway, huh? Oh, baby, so blah, blah, blah.
Danke. Next number is Tenderly, and it's sung by Stu. Ready, Stu?
Lennon, best wake up, mates.
Fuck off, Magga.
On your feet.
Uh.
Thanks for me.
Did I just hear Paulie offer to buy a round?
It must be a full moon out.
This is old Snocky.
Hi, Mr. Starkey. Why don't you go back to your own groove, man? Hurricanes are hurricanes, but the Beatles got the best.
Well, you'll be sorry you said that when you hear my news.
Well, come on, man, out with it. Come on.
All right, well, I suppose you heard Tony Sheridan's cutting a record next week.
Yeah?
Well, but that's old news. This isn't. Ringo is looking for a backup group.
And what has me sticking a book in you lot?
Of course, we're the fucking best.
Arrogant bastard.
Hey.
Johnny, hey, Johnny!
Well, it's Mrs. Sutcliffe.
How have you been, Mr. Sutcliffe? Long time no see?
Yeah, like at tonight's show. Not that anyone noticed.
Come on, mates, lay off. What is it, Stu?
Astra's got me into the State Art College. We're getting married.
Well, what about the group?
I'm staying here, John. We all know I was only holding you a lot back anyway. Look, it was fine for a lark, but now you can have it.
Paul, no hard feelings?
No hard feelings. I've been thinking of leaving for a long time now.
Still, it's with the French.
Oh, that. Astrid wanted me to try something different.
Okay, the bloody mind of your own. Good positively goofy.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
Oh, come on, mates. Let's get pissed. Stu's getting married and we're cutting a record.
Right.
When I took over on bass, we really had something going. When we played the cabin, the amps would fuse, so we do commercials while they were being repaired. I used to do this Harrison impression because he played there once. He fell off the stage once, so I used to fall off too. He couldn't beat it.
Dear Stu, I hope all is well. You don't sound like yourself, mate. I think you're overdoing it. Things are pretty shitty on this end. The cabin is boring now after Hamburg. Same bloody rubbish again and again. Birds screaming and throwing themselves at us. I can't remember anything without a sadness so deep it hardly becomes known to me. Something's gonna happen, Sutcliffe, but where the fuck is it? Well, you and Astrid better make it over for Crimble. Your mom's been after me about it. And I hope your head's feeling better, because we got lots planned. You can sit in with us at the cabin for old times.
John, well, the headaches are the same. I'm studying with Pilates. Can you beat that? I have a studio in the attic. I paint all the time. I feel as if now that I've started, I can never stop. Sometimes the pain is so great to go into fits. The doctors, they can't find any cause for it, but it keeps getting worse. And they happen more often now. I don't want to worry Astrid, but I cry all the time. It hurts so much. I want to bang me head against the wall. Would hurt less. I think crazy thoughts. Well, I can't write any more present. I'm going to set this aside and rest my eyes. Only a fortnight till we see you in jolly old England. Mum's been at me as well. She wants to be sure I don't stay up all night to go out without me scarf. I can't tell her afterwards Mum's looking after me. She'd feel left behind. Bye-bye for now. Stu.
So we can work on that Eddie Cochran song, eh, Pete? Yeah, we'll get it in the repertoire, yeah. Sounded pretty good the other night. Just needs to tighten up a little bit.
Yeah, I best a couple shot.
Oh, I fucking hate it. But I'm going into business for myself. I bought a part ownership in the Dutch.
Well, that'll be here with you free then?
Ah, Christ.
Got a fag pole in?
Hey, over here. What do you say, Georgie?
Don't mind people.
Sorry. Hey, watch this. Fucking back a little bit. Got the light as well?
Bloody mooch, you know that.
Come on, Mac. Don't be like that, man. You're like a fucking squirrel hiding his nuts away. Woo! You gotta share out in this world. Sorry, Cynthia. Watch your language, everyone. What is it? Oh, God. Bloody hell. The suits have invaded.
We're not even safe in our own dressing room.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Brian Epstein. I manage the North End Music Stores.
Yes, we know.
Welcome, Brian Epstein. Have a seat.
Have a smoke?
So, what brings Mr. Brian Epstein around here? It's not often we find your type in these parts.
My type? I'm not quite sure what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean, Mr. Brian Epstein. A respectable businessman such as yourself is not known to frequent these establishments. You see, they're not particularly fond of what me and the lads like to call rock and roll.
Perhaps you'd like to hear our disc.
I would, actually. You see, I may be able to help you.
Well, you can buy us into the chocolate, Brian.
No, not exactly. But I think I can be of some use. If I heard correctly, you have no manager at the moment. Is that true?
That's right. I've been handling our bookings.
And I'm sure you're doing a fine job. But you need someone who can organize matters properly. You need a full-time manager, and I'd like to have a go at it.
Ever done this sort of thing before?
To be honest with you, no, I haven't.
Well, what makes you so keen on us all of a sudden?
The music, of course. It's incredible. I've never heard anything like it.
Of course not.
What makes you so sure that you're the man for the job?
I've been managing the largest record retail outlets in the North for several years now. Let's just say I have certain contacts, which may be of use to you.
We'll need to talk it over.
Yeah. By all means, in any event, I'd like to meet with you again soon.
Right, then we'll be in touch.
Very well then. I mean incredible.
What's this over there?
And the shiny shoes as well.
Aye, if he gets his way, that's how we'll be dressing, you mark my words, mate.
It's not me, Johnny, never.
I thought he was rather nice.
Yeah, sure, nice and puffy.
What's the matter? So as long as we're getting somewhere, right?
Right, and where are we heading, fellas?
To the top of what?
To the toppermost and the poppermost!
Right.
Stuff moved around and I gotta be careful. See? All right. I'll tell you what, Brian, I wish you luck. They're nice enough lads, but they're not incredible. You know, we can't depend on them. In fact, I wouldn't push them with a fucking barge pole.
Thank you very much for your advice, Alan. Now I really must be going.
So where the fuck are they?
We ran into Dot and Sid at the Grapes. They all went off somewhere.
Oh, really? So they're probably going at it right now. We may not see them for hours. All they think about is sex.
Goes for most of us people.
They wouldn't know the dark baby face.
Well, then you bet, boy.
Watch it, Sonny. Let's get in trouble now.
Sure up, Petey, you're soft.
So if I could flatten you with one, you would have a chance.
Lads, please. Let's show some respect, man. Tough guys, huh? After all, we're in a house of worship.
Thank God, Lennon, I could kill you.
We're in a real fight with them
I can see that.
Is Paulie still?
He's having a real meat trouble. Before we look at this place, it's like a big sty, isn't it?
About
Lads,
Hello?
where's Paul?
Gone up to say he's in the bath. He'd be around about half an hour.
But this won't do it all. He's going to be very late.
I have a very good
Yay! Yes, that's true. So, what have you decided?
Sorry, Mr. Track.
Well, I certainly hope this is
Mr.
an
Epstein,
invitation.
please relax. Congratulations, you're on.
Do you really mean that?
Business.
Splendid. Splendid.
Hopefully make it bad, but I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna be a star anyway.
Come on, Mackie, this is a little... All right, Mr. Epstein. Manager, show us the contracts and we'll sign them.
That will take some time to draw up.
Well, what are we supposed to do now, then?
I believe we must focus on getting you a recording contract.
I think that we have to try. None of the labels even see you unless they're in London.
I have an idea they will, but we need to make a few changes.
What kind of changes?
What's the matter to say?
For example, if you want to reach a wider audience, you need to set your act, tighten things up on stage. The smoking, drinking, talking amongst yourselves, it just isn't done.
Do you think that would make much of a difference to us? I mean, to the way we play?
Absolutely not. But I must have your trust and cooperation. I must insist that you listen to me as far as your image is concerned. To begin with, you really need to dress a bit more conventionally.
Oh, bloody hell, I told you he was going to make us wear suits, huh? Yes, do. We arrive in Hamburg on the 10th. I can't wait to see you again, mate.
Astrid, where are you? I'm managing this new group, the Beatles.
They'll never get anywhere with a name like that.
Our manager's trying to get us a recording contract.
I can't see. I can't see.
We've only been turned down by 6 labels so far.
It's the latest sound. They're from Liverpool.
Liverpool? So what's from Liverpool?
8 labels.
Oh, man. I tell you, they're going to be bigger than Elvis.
Do yourself a favor, Mr. Epstein. We'll make the records. You just worry about selling them.
11 labels. Oh, well, there's always embassy.
Our groups with guitars are on the way out.
Can anybody hear me?
Quiet, darling, I call ambulance.
Oh, Astrid.
Yeah, I am here.
Oh, Astrid. Promise me.
Anything.
Remember in the window, that white coffin?
Yeah, I remember.
I want to be buried in that white coffin.
You talk foolishness, you will be fine.
Oh, please don't leave me.
Never. Till death.
Till death.
If you would just listen.
You just might have something there. When did they get back?
Congratulations, boys. EMI request test session. Please rehearse new material.
Please want £10,000 advance royalties.
Please wire 3 new guitars.
When do we all become millionaires?
Listen, I love you so much and I miss you madly. It's 6 o'clock in the bloody morning, I'm knackered. I want you. Where are you? I wonder why all the newspapers wrote about Stu and how the fuck did they find out? Who could have told them? As I wrote that, I remember there was this fellow at the Jacaranda who was a freelance journalist. Could have been him because Alan Williams has been helping out Mrs. Sutcliffe or something. I haven't been to see Astrid since we opened. I thought of going to see her, but it would be so awkward. Probably the others would come as well, it would be even worse. I won't write much more about it because it's not much fun. The owner of this place is a good skin. We're off tomorrow because it's Goon Friday and they can't have music. So he's taking us somewhere healthy like the OCC. Stewart again. Can you please send me the lyrics to a shot of rhythm and blues? There's not many. Oh, please forgive me, my sweet. Paul's leaping about me ahead and I must get lovely sleep. Without you, but it will still be lovely. Please forgive me, but I'm so tired.
Right.
Who's getting set?
Yes, that's very good. Okay then, lads, let's see what you can do.
They're going to start with Till There Was You.
Ah, yes, of course.
No, Brian, we've changed our minds. That's right, we're going to sing some of our own songs, Brian.
Excuse me a minute, George. What do you think you're doing?
No offense, Brian, but we blew the deck condition by doing stand-ups again, so we decided to do something different this time, right?
I believe you're making a mistake.
You stick to the percentages, Brian, and we'll look after the music, all right?
It's quite all right, Brian. I've nothing against hearing some new material. Go ahead, lad.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, sir. It's a tune that John's written. It's called Standing in the Rain.
You ready, lads?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, sir. We'd like to carry on with another. It's called Rendezvous. 4 a.m. Don't let us stressing out. Rendezvous.
nice. Norman, how was that level? Right. Now I'm going to want to get something down on tape. We'll just have you play through, say, 3 or 4 numbers, and then I'll play back the tape so you can hear how you sound. Now, is there anything you don't like?
For kickers, I don't like your tie.
Good afternoon, Brian. Pete, have a seat.
Thanks. Any word on the invite yet? In several weeks now.
Yes, I have spoken to George Martin.
Then?
He would like to offer us a contract.
Oh, brilliant. Then what's the hold up?
Pete, George Martin feels, and the boys agree that, well,
How would it go? What's wrong?
the boys want you out.
I don't understand, Brian. Why?
They don't think you're a good enough drummer.
It's taken them 2 years to decide I'm not a good enough drummer. Come on, Brian, what's the real
It was a group decision, Pete. It was brought on by the fact that George Martin wanted to bring in a session drummer for the records. He said you were welcome to stay for the stage shows, but I don't think either of us would be happy with that arrangement.
So what am I supposed to do now?
Well, you're still under contract to me. I thought it through, and I'd like to build a group around you. Or you can join the All-Stars. I've just signed them, and they could use you if you're interested.
No, thanks, Brian. I've just been with the best, and they want me to settle for second rate. Just tell me one thing straight up. What are they sacking you for?
So what do you say, Richie?
Well, lads, I can't quit on Rory. I've got to finish out this summer engagement with the Hurricanes, you know. Ah, then I'm in.
Here, I go, you're in.
Good.
You're awfully quiet tonight. Is anything the matter?
What is it?
Pregnant. That's what the matter is.
Pregnant? Are you sure?
It's been 6 weeks.
Jesus Christ. What are we going to do now then, huh? You're positive? Look, I don't want you to worry, all right? Everything's going to be fine. Take care of it. I'll tell Aunt Mimi. Listen, Sin, I don't want you to worry. We're going to get married.
The whole family will have nothing to do with you. You got yourselves into this mess, now get yourselves out.
But Mimi, I don't want to get married.
There's nothing for it, John. You're too young. What's done is done. Now, John, I've said it. Once the ring is on the finger, I shall hold my peace.
Jesus Christ, Effie, what am I going to do, huh?
Don't worry, John. I'll fix everything.
I don't think we'd have been married if I hadn't become pregnant. I don't think John was ready for a child any more than I was. He was 21, I was 22. It was all so immediate. We hardly realized the seriousness of it all. We were still kids ourselves, basically.
And there was nothing really wrong with my marriage to Sin. It was like an amber light. It wasn't on stop and it wasn't on go. Whereas once I knew the group got together, we'd be unstoppable. As a Beatle, I knew we were the best fucking group in the goddamn world, and believing that is what made us what we were.
In their first national television appearance, Sunday night at the London Palladium is proud to present Britain's #1 pop group, The Beatles!
And alone, we'd like to start off with the number In Another Day.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Another day I'll be lost if I don't have you. Then another day I will know that you've been untrue. To me, oh yeah. To me, oh yeah. Baby.
discouraged, baby.
Well, it needs work.
How are they doing in there anyway?
Well, it was a hard delivery, but we're coming along nicely.
Good.
They'll be discharged soon.
Good.
We saw you on the telly the other day.
That was great, wasn't it?
Wherever did you come up with that accent? I mean, you sounded like George gone wrong.
I'm just giving the people what they want, Mimi.
Well, I don't want people thinking I raised you to talk that way. I wouldn't have had you in the house.
Mimi, it sells, you know. Hey, there she is.
I guess
Down. Oh, will you look at him, huh? John Charles Julian Lennon. It's a pretty big name for such a little lad.
He'll grow into it.
Come on. I've asked Brian to be his godfather. Poor old, he always is tiny.
He's grown quite a bit in 8 days. Should have seen him when he was first born. Do you want to hold him?
I don't think I know how.
Hold out your hands. All you have to do is remember to support his head. He can't hold it up himself yet.
Bloody marvelous, Sid. Oh, boogie, boogie, shoogie, boogie, huh? Boogie, googie, googie, googie. Who's gonna be a little rocker like your daddy now, huh?
All right, don't be so rough on him. He's not a guitar, you know.
I can see that. Christ, there's already a mob out there. I better leave before they figure out I'm his father.
How long do we have to keep this up?
Can't say, really. Brian says it's just not done for a pop star to have a wife and kid. It can kill us with the fans.
What about what it's doing to us? I can't hold my head up. Everyone in Mimi's neighborhood thinks I'm an unmarried mother. When people ask me if I'm your wife, I have to lie. Now, is Julian going to grow up with his own father pretending he doesn't exist too?
Listen, Sin, here's what we'll do. I'll have Brian's staff arrange for us to have a flat in London, and I'll get you settled there when we get back from Spain.
Spain?
That's right. We're going to Spain with Brian after the tour ends next week.
Well, how can you just go off and leave us like that? With Brian, no less?
You're being selfish again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are. I know it was hard for you to have the child, but I've been out on the road doing one-night stands for months now. And those people on the other side of the glass are fucking everywhere, haunting me. I deserve a holiday. Besides, Brian asked me to go away with him. I feel sorry for the guy. You know, who else does he have to go away with anyway?
I'm sorry.
Sorry too, you know. Good guy. I'll bring you back.
Now, John, you really must promise to watch your words. The Royal Command performance is too important to risk offending anyone.
Hey, Eppie, I got the perfect title for your autobiography, man.
Really, what is it?
Why not call it Queer Jew?
Really, John, what are you going to say?
Don't worry, Eppie, I'll just tell him to rattle the fucking jewelry, all right?
John, you mustn't. You have to be...
Eppie, we're on.
Good evening. We'd like to start off with our first single, or a new single rather, Sad, Sad Man. But first I'd like to ask you for a bit of help to keep the beat. Those of you in the cheap folding aluminum chairs, clap your hands. And the rest of you, rattle your jewelry. 1, 2, 3, well I saw you last night. Everything was fine. Now it seems that things have changed. Said that you couldn't be mine, that I was wasting my time. I don't understand how you can be so cold. I only tell you, girl, you need a man to hold. Now I'm a sad man, baby, since you let me down. Ooh, sad, 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 sad. Now you won't be around. But ever since we met, you've been the only girl for me. When we were together, I was happy as could be. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't understand how you can change your mind. After all we've been through, girl, you could have been more kind. Now I'm a sad man, baby, since you let me down. Ooh, I'm a sad, 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 sad man. Now you won't be around. Hey, Ringo Starr! Hey, baby, baby, you know that our love is true. Already know that you made me sad. You're the best woman that I ever had.
us.
So how do you like this welcome?
So, this is America. They all seem out of their minds.
Are you gonna get a haircut?
We just had haircuts yesterday.
I think they missed
You
some.
should have seen them the day before.
Will you sing something for us?
No, we need money first.
What do you think about the campaign in Detroit to stamp out ladies?
We're starting our own campaign to stamp out Detroit.
Have you found a lady for your film yet?
Yeah, we're trying to get the Queen. She's got more fans.
Not for long enough.
Were you part of the social rebellion against the older generation?
No, that's a lie.
Why do you wear so many rings on your fingers?
Well, I can fit them all through me nose.
Ah, yeah.
What do you think of Beethoven?
Oh, I love him. Especially his pose.
I love your hat, miss.
Here, you can have it.
Ta?
Hey, tell her to cut the crap out, huh?
Cut the crap out, the lady says.
So how long do you think you'll last?
I don't know, you could be big-headed about it and say we'll last 10 years, but as soon as you said that, we're lucky to last 2 months, you know.
Now, which one are you? It's John, isn't it?
No, I'm Petey. That's John right there.
I'm not John.
Hey, well, I thought you were Petey.
Charlie.
Oh, which one's Charlie then, huh? I'm confused.
John's Charlie.
Okay, you just want your family.
Yeah, we get about 12,000 letters a day.
We're gonna answer every one of them.
We don't run out of pens first.
What about the claim that you're nothing but a bunch of British Elvis Presley?
It's not true! It's not true! It's not true!
Ah, Ringo.
Hey, John.
Hey, Rick.
Hey.
This is it. The last chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
Oh, hello. Can you hear me out there? You can't hear me, can you? Angles and dinangles and banindanos and candolando, si cando.
Yes, hello. We'd like to start off with a number from a new LP. It's a British album. Thank you. It's called Charge It To Me.
1, 2, 3. If you're shouting for love and you don't have enough, you can charge it to me, babe. If you're shouting for love and you don't have enough, you can charge it to me, babe. Charge it to me. I saw her pretty face pressed to the glass, wishing she could buy what's there. And I saw her walking shoes walk away to find a cheaper shop somewhere. Little did she know that I needed something coins could buy. So I followed her a block or two, said to her these words so true. If you're shouting for love, you don't have enough, you can charge it to me, babe. If you're shouting for love and you don't have enough, you can charge it to me, babe. Charge it to me. Little did she know that I needed something coins could buy. So I agreed to come back home, quiet about a little loan. And I pulled my bank book out right there, showed her how much I could spare. And when she saw my love was real, that I could pay instead of steal, she promised to give me her love so true. If I would accept her, I owe you. If you're shouting for love and you don't have enough, you can charge it to me, babe. If you're shouting for love and you don't have enough, you can charge it to me, babe. Charge it to me. Charge it to me. Charge it to me. Charge it to me.
Now, Derek, we must be firm about this. We tell them the boys won't be doing any interviews while they're in the East. That's right. Yes, of course I'm at the hotel. It's adequate. The food's inedible, of course.
No,
No,
Hey,
getting it. Hey,
anyone
Derek.
gave a constant?
they're out of their minds down there. Will you look at them up?
John, get back from that
Which
window.
one are you then, huh?
John, are you mad?
Don't even know why we bother to play. We sound like shit.
You sound fine.
Oh, well, how can you tell that, Pete?
I mean, no offense, man, but I can even hear myself play.
Bloody circus down there. No one comes to hear the Beatles anymore. They come to stare at us. It's a freak show and we're the fucking freaks.
Oh yeah, people, why don't you just hire a bunch of guys in suits to stand up there and shake their heads? And we'd all be off the hook. And look,
I know how you feel.
Fuck you do,
Don't
Effie.
lay off me.
He doesn't know how we
It's
feel.
not Effie's fault.
You want to know how I feel? I feel like a trained monkey man. I'm even dressed like one. You didn't manage us, Brian. You redesigned us.
John, it's not like that.
No, come here, man. I want you to look out the window. Look at these people over here. Look at that guy. He's climbing the walls. He's just like us. Only he's trying to get in. And we do anything we can to get out. It's kind of funny, don't you think?
Boys, I've just had some good news. Derek informs me that you're to receive Member of the British Empire of the Medal.
Hey, all right. Hey, what about you, Effie?
No, just you boys. I might have known I'd be left out. It's because I'm Jewish, of course.
Because you're queer.
Effie, you haven't been left out. MBE is an acronym from Mr. Brian Epstein.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought people only got those things for driving tanks and killing people. I don't want the bloody thing.
But you will accept it, John.
Well. Hello, this is John of the Beatles. When we first heard we were receiving MBE awards, we were more surprised than anyone. And since then, we've heard some war heroes have returned their awards in protest. They don't think the Beatles should get theirs. Well, I just want to say to those
That
people...
if you really don't want your MBE medal, you better give it to me, Beatle George, so I can forward it to our manager, Mr. Brian Epstein. For after all, folks, MBE stands for Mr. Brian Epstein. Thank you.
Look, those army officers got their awards for killing people. We received ours for entertaining. On a balance, I'd say we deserve ours more.
What I think John wanted was a kind of mental freedom. I was trying to offer him security, to stay the same person for him. I thought he should have roots, but there were too many people pulling on those roots in those days. I couldn't get them into the ground quickly enough. He was a sitting target.
Daddy! Daddy!
What is it, Julie?
Come play with me!
Not now, I'm busy.
John, there's someone to see you.
John! My son! I thought I'd never see you again.
Where the fuck have you been for the last 20 years, huh?
Now, son, I was young. Can't you find any art to forgive you, old dad?
Why should I?
I'm your own flesh and blood, aren't I?
That's about the limit of it.
Well, who's to say I did try and see her? Your mom and your aunt wouldn't let me near you.
Well, why didn't you come back to Julia in the first place, huh? She would have had you back, you know?
I didn't leave Julia. She left me.
Yeah.
It was her decision.
I'm sure it was.
I thought you'd be better off. Is this your boy?
This is Julian. Julian, say hello to Freddie.
Hello!
Hello there. How's your mom been?
She's dead, Freddie. She was killed in a car crash 7 years ago.
That's a sad story. But I have a few of my own to tell.
Sure you do.
I've fallen on odd times and I'm getting older. I want my family around
You want me money?
Now, John, that's
Now,
not
don't
true.
give me that bullshit, man. You want me money. That's what you come parading in here for. Come by my office tomorrow and I'll set up an annuity for you, but I think it's a little late for you coming in here after all this time, pretending to be my father. Now get the fuck out. No. Get out. Bye, Freddie.
Daddy, who was that man?
That was no one, Julian.
Daddy!
What?
Will you fix my bike, please?
No, I will not fix your bloody bike. I'm busy.
But you're just sitting there.
I'm trying to think.
You're a bloody fool.
What did you say?
Julian, don't ever say that again.
Well, Daddy said that to you all the time. I've heard him.
Don't be cheeky, I'm the better of you.
No!
Heard me, honey. Run along now.
I don't want to. I'm not tired.
Julian, you get upstairs now.
John, don't be so hard on him. He's just a
He's a
child.
bloody brat is what he is. Why don't you teach him some manners?
Oh, you're a lot to help you just throw money at people till you get your own way. What kind of an example are you setting?
It's your responsibility, Sin, and I don't want him underfoot when I'm doing my work, all right?
Good evening. This is a new song. It's called Put On a Face. Something's going on between us. Something in your eyes that I can't see. Gave yourself
make up your mind. You ask me how I feel, I'll tell you fine. Bundle up your emptiness, put it in a box right next to me. Close your eyes and wish for something better. People never come back. Close your eyes and smile as you put on a face, put on a face, put on a face.
John Lennon, leader of the Beatles, has been the subject of much controversy in the past few days. In a March interview, Lennon is quoted as having said,
Christianity will go, it will vanish and shrink. Right, and I'd even be proven right. We're more popular than Jesus now.
Really done it this time.
What have I done?
What have you done?
Yeah.
No, boys, John will just have to apologize.
I'm not going to apologize, Effie, because I said nothing wrong.
Tell that to the KKK, will you? I don't fancy getting death threats. Just for once you could have kept your bloody mouth shut.
I had to say what I had to say, Effie. It was taken wrong.
Paul has a point, John. I'm afraid we may have to consider calling off the rest of the tour.
But not the tour. Come on, Effie, I don't want that. What I said was taken out of context. It didn't come out right, you know? People took it wrong. I don't see why I should apologize. But I'll say what I can say to smooth things over, all right?
Then do it. The press are waiting.
Hang on a minute, John. We're going out with you.
Right, where one goes, we all go.
Thank you, mates. Come on, Mac. I didn't want for any of this to happen.
Come on then.
I never meant to hurt anyone or upset anyone. I never meant it to be some lousy anti-religious thing. Sorry I said it, really. I wasn't saying that we're better or greater than Jesus Christ or comparing us to Jesus Christ as a person. If I said television is bigger than Jesus, I might have gotten away with it. But I used Beatles because it's all I know about. And it was wrong or it was taken wrong, and now there's all this. I'll apologize if that will make you happy. I still don't know what it is I did wrong.
George, the boys have decided to quit touring. August 29th in San Francisco will be their last live performance.
Brian, if I had half a crown for every time they said
This time they mean it.
Thank God that's finally over.
Not a Beatle anymore.
What am I going to do now?
We stopped touring because everything became so distorted. There were death threats everywhere because people misinterpreted things I said. I'm not the devil or a saint, but people want to peg me as one or the other. We know that when we walk out that door, we turn into Beatles because everyone looking at us sees Beatles. But we're not Beatles at all, you know? We're just us. But we made it, so we asked for it to a certain extent, and that's how it's going to be. That's why George is off in India right now studying the sitar, and Paul's off in London or someplace getting cultured, and Ringo's at home with Maureen and the kid, and I'm down here in Spain making this film. Because we all got a bit tired of walking out that door, and the only way to soften the blow a bit was to spread it around.
Stopping the tour was like the end of a major cycle in our lives. And we loved to play. In Hamburg, we played for 8 hours at a stretch, and we dug it all in each other and what we could do. Now, in Liverpool, we played less, but it was as enjoyable because we were still part of the audience back then. Every minute was a joke, entirely spontaneous and entirely intimate. So much so that came the tour, which was great at first, and traveling and turning on the world with the music. But it got stale. We got into a rut going around the world. It was a different audience each night, but we were doing the same things. Reached a point where I couldn't even hear myself play, and then it was over.
The thing is, we're really all the same person. We're individuals, but we make up together the mates, which is one person. One of us leans over one way, we all go with him when we pull him back. We all add something to the whole.
We talked in code to each other as Beatles always. When we had so many strangers around us. After we stopped touring, we didn't meet any strangers at all. There was no need for any communication. We understood one another, and it didn't matter about the rest. It'd become a terrible prison for them, because all they could do was go to the concert and then go back to their hotel rooms and be locked in. They had no life at all. There were just the four of them, and no one knows what kind of life it was for them except those four themselves. Not even Brian or I knew really all the problems they had to go through on tour.
I like that. Feel something to me. Hello? Hammer and nail, 6 pence. Where's the hammer then?
Can't use it yet.
Why not?
We're not opening it till tomorrow. You'll ruin it.
Well, I'll give you 10 pounds to hammer one nail, Ed.
No.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I don't care. No hammering yet.
We'll have it your way then. I like this over here, though. 200 pounds to watch an apple rot. Now, that's brilliant. I heard this is going to be a real happening. What's this? Free, huh? What you mean like this? Look, tell you what, I'll give you 10 pounds, imaginary 10 pounds, if you let me hammer imaginary nails.
The entertainment world is shocked today to learn of the death of Brian Epstein, 32-year-old manager of the Beatles. The Beatles are returning tonight from Wales, where they were attending a seminar with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Okay, lads, I've given this a great deal of thought. Since our contract with NIMS is up next month, form our own company and manage ourselves.
What's the point, Paul?
So we can do things our way. So we don't have to deal with any more of those many suits. You see, there's all kinds of things we haven't tried yet. Ringo, we can do our own films.
It might be fun. Sounds bloody boring to me.
What's more, a recording contract is up for renegotiation. Form our own label as well.
That sounds more like it.
We've got to lose, eh?
It's a bloody fortune.
Well, the government takes it anyway. If we don't spend it, I mean, where's the harm in trying?
That's right, let's give it a go anyway, huh?
So, what are we going to call ourselves?
Beatles.
Stop that.
Look what you did now. Give back the apple. Let's call it Apple. Apple Call.
That's not bad, Richie.
To Apple
Oh,
Call?
yeah. To Apple Call. To Apple Call. To Apple Call.
Becoming businessmen bored me as much as it thrilled Paul. I knew that when Eppie died, we were finished. I had no illusions about our ability to do anything but make music, so I thought to myself, that's it. It's over.
It got to the stage when we were in the same room together. We just get on each other's nerves. John seemed very isolated. I believe he underwent a big change in Rishikesh. He went so deeply within himself through meditation, he just separated himself from everything.
Look into the sky. When you see a cloud, think of me.
Yoko, do you think a person can be two places at the same time? The Maharishis are teaching us that a person's spirit is bigger than the whole universe. And I feel as though I'm with you right now, even though we're thousands of miles apart.
I knew the first time I saw them together they were right for each other. I knew then. I'd lost him.
Look into the stars. My face is in the stars.
It was a meeting of two minds, and no one could stop that.
Listen, Sim, there's something I got to tell you. I haven't been completely faithful to you.
I don't want to hear this, right? It's worse knowing than not knowing.
You've got to hear it. What the fuck do you think I've been doing on the road all these years? There's a bloody slew of girls.
In Hamburg, I knew.
In Liverpool, too. There was dozens and dozens of them. I kept ducking around corners so you wouldn't find out.
Stop it, John, okay? Just stop it.
But I
I don't
got
want
to
to
get it
hear
off
it
my
anymore.
fucking chest, all right? It was an uncountable number in hotel rooms throughout the world. I mean, what do you think that song Norwegian Wood was about? You know, the one with the lyrics no one could understand. I wrote it about an affair, but I made it all gobbledygook so you wouldn't know.
John, what is telling me all this going to solve now?
God damn you, Powell.
God damn me. It's not me you want anymore, is it? It's that Japanese woman, Yoko Ono. Hey, well, maybe you're right. Maybe she is the one for you.
What, that crazy artist?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, Sin.
Is it?
Yes, it is. She's just another nutter wanting money for all that avant-garde bullshit.
Look, John, I've had enough. I'm leaving.
What is it, Paul?
The matter reaches with Lincoln Cassidy, some of the girls.
So he's another fake like all the rest. Come on, Sin, we're leaving. Come on.
When we got home, I felt as if I was sitting on the edge of a volcano. John suggested that as he had to put in long hours in the recording studio over the next few weeks, that maybe I should accompany some friends on a trip to Greece.
You know, Pete, I've been thinking about this. You know what it is? What? It's all a lark, really. Listen, I'm glad you came to see me. I've been so fucking bored.
Well, shall I tell you how things are going at the Appleton?
Not now. I don't want to talk about business now.
Well, as your friend, John, neither do I. But as your store manager, and somebody had better look into matters and damn soon. They're spending money like water.
All right, but later.
You've got to hear this.
Come on, Pete.
Always on your terms, eh, Johnny? Well, there's nothing on to tell you this late. Might as well get some sleep, huh?
Too wired to sleep. Let's have a giggle, eh?
Not for me. I promise better cut down.
Come on then, Sharpen. When are you going to stand up for yourself, huh? Come on.
Fuck off, Lennon. Give it here.
No. It's better.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was a present from some bird in California. They have the best pot there. You can't get good pot in England.
So did you have her then?
What do you think?
You randy bastard.
Listen, Pete. I met this woman. She's Japanese. Her name is Yoko.
Oh, and how is she?
No, Pete, it's not like that. She's different.
Oh, you haven't even screwed her, have you?
Tell you the truth, I'm a little afraid to.
What? You? Why?
I can't figure it out myself.
I've never seen you so flipped out over a bird.
Fuck it, I'm gonna ring her up.
What, now in the middle of the night?
Cynthia's in Greece. It's either now or never.
Hello.
Hello, yourself.
You're back early.
Well, the Maharishi had no answers for me.
What makes you so sure I do?
I'm not so sure of anything anymore. Come on in.
Interesting room.
I do some recording in here sometimes.
Beatles music.
No, I do all that over at Abbey Road. I've been experimenting with some electronic sounds and been trying to get it on the album, but Paul's been fighting me the whole way.
Why?
Why? It won't sell, that's why. The bedroom's still there, by the way.
I'd like to hear some of your tapes.
What, you mean like Pepper?
No, the ones you've been doing.
Got a better idea? Why don't you and I make an album together? Good morning.
Good afternoon's more like it. So, did you have a good time with Yoko then?
Yeah, it's great, Pete.
Oh, well, good. Good.
Listen, Pete, I want you to get us a house.
What are you on about? You have a house here?
I'm moving out. Yoko's the one I've been waiting for.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. She's it, man. She's bloody brilliant. She's incredible. She's like me in drag.
John, now just hang on a minute. You can't just pick up and leave like this.
I bloody well can.
But what about Cynthia and Julie?
They'll be provided for.
Don't listen to him, John. He's just trying to keep us apart.
Listen, Pete, if you won't help us, we'll find someone who will.
Relax, John. This is me you're talking to. I didn't say I wouldn't help. If you're both absolutely sure that this is what you want, of course I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you, Pete.
I just want you both to think for a second about what you'll be getting yourselves into. I mean, what are people going to say?
Since when did I ever give a fuck about that? This is it, Pete. Yoko and I will be together from now on.
Is anyone home? Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hi. We're all going out for dinner tonight. We had breakfast in Greece and lunch in Rome, and we thought it'd be lovely to all have dinner in London. Are you coming?
No, thanks. I never met a woman I considered as intelligent as myself. Now, I know that sounds big-headed, but when you're in the field I'm in, you don't meet too many intelligent people anyway. And I always had this dream of meeting an artist girl who would be like me. And I always thought it was a myth. Then I met Yoko, and that was it.
We were friends, but also we were partners. We inspired each other as independent artists, but also we were lovers. But one night I went to bed with this guy I liked, and suddenly the next morning I see these three guys standing around with resentful eyes. You know, three relatives standing around staring at me.
Norman, roll the tapes, please.
Come on, Norman.
Oh, I think Norman's on holiday. I think Ruben's in the booth.
Oh, I see.
Must be drunk again. I'd have to fire Ruben.
That's the idea, maybe slow it down as well.
Yeah, but if you slow it down too much, you won't be able to understand the lyrics at all.
But the lyrics aren't really important. It's the overall effect I'm going for, you know? Like surrealism and art, like psychedelia. Mystery too. Right, only even more so. I want this to send chills up people's spines. As far as I'm concerned, you can sing the lyrics backwards. How do you get it?
Yeah, I think we understand.
Right. That song Paul you wrote last week? It'd be perfect if we just use this song for the beginning and then the back. That's the idea, don't you get it?
Why keep repeating yourself? Why not try something?
Thinking you'll go on.
You lay off her, Mac.
I lay off her when she learns her place. We'll see the rest about the spring. I'll wait to the session, do you?
All right, let's just have a bash at this. George, see if you can get the sound on the break.
Come on, Paulie.
Oh.
I can't take it.
George, you're recording!
Come on.
Does Yoko have to be here all the time?
Well, I ain't gonna understand anyway, huh? It's different with Yoko and me, all right?
We understand, John. You're in love with Yoko and you're no longer in love with the Beatles.
The difference between John and me is that he doesn't care what people think of him, and I do.
It's a bed in, folks. Watch out.
Right, we I'm here live in Amsterdam with the newly married John and Yoko Lennon, who are staging what they call a wedding for peace. Now, John, why did you choose to have such a public honeymoon?
Well, Yoko and I knew that whatever we did for a honeymoon was going to be in the papers. We're here to celebrate our love for each other and the world.
And could you tell our viewers what exactly is a wedding?
We're sending out a message, really, a protest for peace, but peacefully, because we think peace can only be got by using peaceful methods, and to fight the establishment with their own weapons is no good, because they've been winning for thousands of years. They know how to play the game of violence, but they don't know how to handle humor, especially peaceful humor. And that's our message, really.
You know, instead of staying in bed, wouldn't it be better if people went outside and actually did something?
We can't go out in Trafalgar Square because it would create a riot. We can't lead a march or a parade because of all the autograph hunters. We had to find our own way of doing things, and for now, that didn't seem the most logical way.
Well, a lot of people are jeering at you, aren't they? Not taking you seriously.
Well, you're here, aren't you? Look, we're willing to become the world's clowns if it helps spread the word about peace. A lot of people talk about peace, but not enough do anything about it. And all the serious people like Martin Luther King, Gandhi, and Kennedy got shot.
Well, something were to happen to you, how'd you most like to be remembered?
As the great peaceniks.
That before your music.
Oh, sure.
Hey, lads, I just spoke with Peter Brown. We've got to decide what's the call, who's going to handle the finances. I say the Eastmans are the best bet. They're experienced, they're successful.
And they're your bloody in-laws.
Beside the point, George.
Listen, mates, I say Alan Williams is our man. We got a fortune in back royalties for the Stones, and anyway he's handling our stuff. What do you say?
Give me the contracts, I'll be glad to take a look.
There you go again, Paul, you stole them.
It's the goddamn brush.
You're the one who said we had to decide.
Doesn't matter what you say anyway, Paul. We're going to decide by majority rule.
Fair enough. But you'll never get Ringo.
I'm in with them, Paul.
Like bloody Julius Caesar, I've been stabbed in the back.
How can you say that after what you've done to us?
I don't know what you mean.
You know bloody well what I mean. He's been buying up shares in Northern songs behind our backs for years now.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, the company belongs to us all. Well, there you go, buying control of it.
Felt like I had some beanies and I wanted some more.
You bastard. This is the first time any one of us has gone behind the other's backs.
Oops, sorry.
Oops, sorry? Fucking turn my stomach, Paul. I can't play the band with you anymore.
George. Look, when it's all said and done, we're still Beatles, aren't we?
Fuck no, I ain't no Beatle.
Yes, you are.
I'm not, goddammit, I'm not a Beatle anymore. I want a divorce, you understand? A divorce like the divorce I got from Cynthia. When are you gonna get that through your fucking head?
Richie, what'd I do that was so wrong?
Well, I think you have to figure that out for yourself, Macca.
Your Majesties, I'm returning my MBE award in protest for what it stands for. Against Britain's involvement in the Nigeria Biafra thing, and against my single Cold Turkey slipping down the charts.
Are all these songs by Paul McCartney alone? Yes. Did you enjoy working as a solo? Yes, very much. Only had to ask me for a decision and I agreed with me. Was there ever a time while you were recording that you missed the others? For example, do you remember thinking, wish Ringo was here for this break? No. Is your break with the Beatles temporary or permanent due to business differences or musical differences? Business differences and musical differences. Personal differences. But most of all, because I have a better time with my family. Will Paul and Linda become another John and Yoko? No, they will become Paul and Linda. Do you foresee a time when the Lennon-McCartney becomes an active songwriting partnership again? No.
That bastard has taken us to court.
Ridiculous for me records say Alan B. Klein Cornham would have nothing to do with APCO. I went out.
He's suing George Ringo and myself to dissolve Apple.
Anyone hearing this will think I'm the bad guy. But I don't want to be the bad guy. I only want what's rightfully mine.
He thinks he can just shit on us in public. The first time I hear about it is in the fucking newspaper. Well, two can play this game.
John, I suggest you stop knocking about. Didn't want to sue any of you, but I felt I had no choices. None of you would even discuss the possibility of dissolving Apple. Could be persuaded to drop the suit even now. We'll just try to patch things up. Only want to be rid of this mess and we can easily arrange that.
How and why?
How? By signing an agreement to dissolve the partnership. Why? Because the partnership no longer exists. P.S. I sleep just fine.
You're such a fucking fake. So easy for you to play to the press. Honest old simple Paul. And tell them all we have to do is sign bits of paper. But you and I know it's not that simple. You get the other signatures and I'll think about it. Come on in. There he is.
Hello, you old soul.
Hello yourself. Welcome back to the Big Apple.
Thank you, John. I came looking for you.
Uh-huh.
I heard you become Mr. Left-Wing pop star.
Oh, is that so?
Aye. And I was hoping you could help out an old friend.
That's always something, isn't it, Harrison? What is it you're after then, alone?
As long as you don't want it back.
With interest, lad.
John, the only interest I have is this. I'm putting together a benefit concert for Bangladesh. Innocent people are starving.
When is it?
August 1st at Madison Square Garden. Now, I've already got Ringo, and Dylan, and Eric, and Robbie Shankar, and I was looking for you.
I don't see why not. Count me in.
Here, John Lennon, Robert Flash.
Hey, is there anything special you like Yoko to do?
Of course, John. I was hoping that Yoko would enjoy watching the show.
What do you mean?
Well, John, it's a benefit. I can't have just anyone up there.
I don't understand. John and Yoko are one word.
I understand, John.
No, if she doesn't appear, neither will I. Good luck to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very special guest. And if we're lucky, maybe he'll even sing a few songs for us. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. John Lennon.
All right.
So, John, what brought you to the States?
Well, the real reason Yoko and I are in America is to regain custody of her daughter Kyoko. Her ex-husband Tony has been hiding her from us.
I'm so sorry.
The government is threatening to deport me. They're trying to force an innocent woman to choose between her husband and a child. They kept us under 24-hour surveillance and tapped our phones.
How do you know?
Let's just say there's a lot of guys coming in to fix their phones lately. And there's always someone on the other side of the street. They follow us in cars. They're not hiding. They want us to know we're being followed. They're trying their damn best to intimidate us. The FBI has launched a full-scale investigation. This is real, folks.
These are very strong accusations you're making.
You don't believe this? Everyone thinks we're being paranoid, but that's not the case. We see the same people wherever we go. Right now, for all you know, the man or woman sitting next to you could be a government agent.
Look, we're not trying to hurt anyone. We're just speaking out against a few things we consider unjust. If you can't do that in America, where can you do it? It's what this country's supposed to be all about.
We're using our art and John's music towards righting the wrongs we see.
Why are you being deported, John?
The real reason is because I'm a peacenik.
Does it mean so much to you to stay in New York?
Oh, God, I should have been born in Greenwich Village. It's like a hip Liverpool. Paris was the center of the artistic community in the 19th century, and now it's New York. It's the hippest place on earth, and it makes you want to rock like crazy.
And will you give up your opposition to the war because of the deportation order?
No, nothing will stop me.
We'll be back after these messages.
Hello and welcome. A lot of you may be wondering what I'm doing up here with no drum or nothing like that. Well, you may have heard that I lost my old group, or rather I left it. And I'm putting together my own group right now, but we're not quite ready yet. And things like this keep coming up, so I'll have to busk it as best as I can. Now, I've written a song in memory of all the prisoners that were killed at Attica State. Let's not forget, that's why we're here tonight, to show them that we won't tolerate that shit. This one's called God is Just a Four-Letter Word.
Jesus lived by it loud. Buddha, he woke to it loud. Sleepers dream about it loud. Still we wait for it, still we do.
You recognized it.
John, come here.
What is it? Was he there again?
Yeah.
What the fuck does he think we are, huh? Blind or stupid? Or even both? Fuck this shit, I'm calling me lawyer.
Don't call from here.
What, the phone's again, right? God damn it.
I don't like what's happening.
Neither do I. I mean, what the fuck do you want from me anyway, huh?
I'm talking about us, John. Look at us. We've been together 24 hours a day for the past 5 years, and we're making each other miserable. I think we need some time apart.
What, you throwed me out, Yoko?
I need time to myself.
But I need you, Yoko. You can't be alone.
No. Why don't you make an album? Go to Los Angeles and call Phil and make an album.
But I need you, Yoko. You know that.
That's the problem. We're too entangled with each other. I'm not even myself anymore. I'm just Mrs. Lennon.
I don't understand.
Well, yes, you do. Think about how it felt when everyone thought of you as a Beatle, not a person. Well, it's even worse for me. I'm always going to be known as that chap who stole John Lennon from the world and broke up the Beatles.
Come on, Yoko. It's not like that.
Oh, John, let's just give this a try and see what happens.
Well, at first I thought bachelor life. You know, I hadn't been a bachelor since I was 20 or something, so I thought, great. But when you're 33, it's not as much fun, you know. You can't take as much. I think I was suicidal on some sort of subconscious level. Oh, Ringo!
What you say to me? I
say I'm in better shape than you, lad.
That's not fair. Here, help me out.
Come on, love, come on. All right, let's go get a seat, come on.
I hear Yoko through the house. That's true.
It's true. Hey, fuck you, Mooney.
Hey, fuck you, balance to you.
Hey, come on, get
Hey,
up.
you Milton. Hey, put me in the seats.
Hey, come on.
Hey, the table's kind of high tonight, doesn't it?
Hey, guess what? You know what?
What?
Yoko won't let me come home.
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
What the fuck's is this 69 way? Women! All they want to do is to zap you.
Right.
So they can be taken care of. Who needs them?
Yeah, the towel with that.
I'm sure.
Hey, come on. Hey, why don't you and I make an album together, huh?
Why don't you and I get really drunk?
I'm already well on my way. What's your pleasure, mate?
Fancy Alexander's left.
What's that?
Fancy those milk in there go.
Well, double on the brandy for me and keep them coming.
He was a simple, complex man. At that time, we couldn't live together, and we couldn't live apart properly either. But we both knew it was just a matter of time working things out.
We kept talking on the phone. I'm saying I don't like this. I'm drinking all the time. I'm out of control. I want to come home. She says you're not ready. All right, then. Back to the bottle.
That's right!
It had become very obvious to even the most unworldly couple that the world really didn't want us to work together. Not only was it bad for John's career, but in a way I lost my career. I could do something as Mrs. Lennon, but I really lost my identity as Yoko Ono.
So I finally sober up and I bring my session tapes back to New York because I want to get out of L.A. and out to the bottle.
I just wanted to be alone because I couldn't think straight anymore.
So I get back to New York, you know, and I'm sort of hanging around and I keep calling her. I'm saying, I want to come home. She says, you're not ready to come home. I say, I am. She says, no, you're not.
I heard he was doing an Elton John concert, and I went to that. I was watching him from the audience, and everybody was applauding like crazy. The house shook when he came on. And he was up there bowing, but that's not what I saw. Somehow he looked very lonely up on stage there, and I began crying.
If I had died the way Dylan Thomas had died, everyone would say, what a wonderful, colorful way to go. But when you're still alive, it's not so wonderful.
Somebody next to me asked, why are you crying? I'm not crying, I remember saying. But it hit me how he was a lonely person up on stage there, and he needed me. It was like my soul suddenly saw his soul, so I went backstage. Hello, John.
Yoko. But you saw me out there?
Yeah.
Christ, I'm glad I didn't know you were out there. I'm as wrecked as it is.
You were wonderful.
You should have seen me backstage. I threw up. I've been out of this for far too long, you know.
John, everybody loved you.
Thanks for the flower.
You're welcome.
Well,
Would you like to go for a drink?
another cup of tea.
Would you like to come home with me?
Yeah, I would. Love you.
I love you too.
The separation didn't work out.
We were both two very temperamental, very emotional people. When John and I met, it was like a fantastic meeting of two crazy souls. We found that the love thing was bigger than the both of us. But as John would say, everything takes its time. And in a favorite phrase of his, it will all work out in the end.
Good morning.
Morning.
What did the doctor have to say anyway?
You're not going to believe it.
What, it's nothing serious, is it?
Nothing that 7 months won't do.
What?
You're pregnant.
Yoko, that's incredible. It's the best news.
I wasn't sure how you feel about it.
Are you kidding me? First thing I'm going to do is send announcements out to all those quacks who said you never have another kid. And then I'm going to let Julian know he's going to be a big...
John, slow down a minute.
Sorry. How you feeling?
I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a good idea.
What, you don't think you and I should have a child together?
It's not that simple. The doctor said it might not even survive because of all the miscarriages. Or if it is born, it might not be normal. I'm 42 years.
It's going to be perfect.
And I don't know if I want another child. Any child.
You're thinking of Yoko?
Yes, Richard.
I know you do. I never do anything like that to you. You know that?
Tony would have said that too. He would have said anything so I'd have the baby, and then he took her away and turned her against me.
I know how you feel, Yoko.
No, you don't understand. You see Julian whenever you like. I don't even know if Kyoko is alive.
Don't you see? This child is like a gift. He's a miracle. It's a new beginning for the both of us. We just got to have him.
We have to reach an agreement, Joe.
Right.
I'll carry the child for 9 months and bring it into the world. But after that, it's your responsibility, too.
All right, then it's agreed. We're having a baby.
We're having a baby.
Here's another hard one for you to take. Not only are John and Yoko back together, they're pregnant.
Neither of us had strong family ties. Both of us were people who had a hard time getting understanding from other people. In the end, we just had each other. People think we closed the world out, but really, it was the world which had dealt with us in that way.
And Yoko and I decided that this was our life, that having a baby was important to us, therefore everything else had to be abandoned. Abandonment gave us the fulfillment we were looking for, the room to breathe. Hello? Hello? How you feeling?
Very weak.
You have a beautiful baby boy. I'm so proud of you, Mother.
Did you get any rest?
Christ, no. I went home for 6 or 7 hours. Leon called here from immigration.
Oh, John, not another hearing.
Not exactly. Immigration dropped all the charges. I'm getting me green card.
Happy birthday.
That's right. It's my birthday today. Sean and I are twins.
I love you.
I'm gonna go back and look at him. You try to get some rest, all right?
You too. I think that most artists have this complex. I think they always have to suffer and struggle and always be miserable in order to be creative. John and I were very aware of that side of being artists, but we tried to reverse that trap that artists fall into. After all, being miserable is a pretty high price to pay for being an artist.
You know, I don't know the price one has to pay for inattention to children, but I do know that if I don't give Sean attention from 0 to 5, I'm damn well going to give it to him from 16 to 20 because it's owed. It's like a law of the universe. It wasn't just Yoko who gave birth to this child, thank you very much. It was the both of us. Now, he may not have come from my belly, but I'm damn well going to make him my bones.
I think, too, that John really felt guilty for having been a man who was not aware of what women went through. So this was an experience he really wanted to have from that point of view.
I'm sorry, Pooh, said Christopher Robin. I'd love to take you to school with me, but it's against the rules. And anyway, someone's got to look after Piglet.
Well, what are rules, asked Pooh.
Daddy, when is Julie coming home to visit?
As soon as he finishes his school term.
Why can't I go to school?
Oh, you're not quite old enough yet.
But I'm a big boy, Daddy.
I know you are. You'll be old enough someday. In the meanwhile, how would you like to go to the park?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, then go get your gloves.
Okay.
And get your stocking cap, too. It's cold out. First time I took him on holiday, I didn't know how to check into a hotel or even order room service. Now, I know anyone hearing this thinks bloody pop stars, but you don't know the pain of being a freak. Being famous meant I never had to face anything, so I took this time to establish me for me as myself. I was finally free of the Beatles and free to be me.
John?
That guy. Hey.
Good to see you, mate.
All right. Welcome to the Dakota.
So this is where you've been hiding yourself. Seen worse looking prisons?
Oh, this is no prison, Macca. Those hotels in 65 were the prisons.
You mean it the way it sounded? I said nobody hears from me anymore.
Well, how's Linda?
She's fine. She stayed at the hotel with the kids. She didn't feel right about barging in like this.
You did, eh?
Let's play some guitar, eh?
And Sean's taking a nap.
It's all the way at the other side of the flat.
Look, this isn't Liverpool, you know. It's New York. You just don't come barging in without warning.
Let's believe it then.
Listen, Paul, I'm sorry, man. Just caught me at a bad time, you know. Next time, why don't you bring Linda and bring the kid, all right? I'm sure they hit it off with Sean. All right, all right, I got it. I can start recording again. I feel like I'm ready.
You mean that?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to be 40 and Sean's going to be 5 when we come this far. I feel like you and I should make an album together. Mimi, I'm so happy with the way the album's selling. I'm going to make one more record, and then I'm going to do some writing. Yeah, did I tell you what Sean's grown 2 inches since our birthday? You know what he did this morning? He woke me up to tell me I had another hour to sleep.
Well, he certainly has your sense of humor, that's for certain. Now, John, don't make the same mistake I did and wrap your life around the little boy. That's what I did. What did I get?
Mimi, was I so bad? Was I such a worry to you?
Oh, if you only knew.
I always told you I was going to be famous, didn't I?
Well, what worried me, John, is that you wouldn't be so much famous as notorious. I mean, you certainly had something. We both knew that. But you didn't know what to do. You could have ended up on the scrap heap.
You're absolutely right, Mimi. I would never have made it as a solo performer. I wasn't good enough. But I always knew something was going to happen. And then I met Paul, and we met George. And well, it turned out great, didn't it, Mimi?
John, you would make a saint cry.
Come on, Mimi, don't be like that. Come and see us for Christmas, and if you like it, we'll set up a flat for you of your own.
Oh, there's no fear of that, John. You will not catch me over there. I have never liked Americans. And you shouldn't be there either. It's no good for you.
But Mimi, it's where I belong. It's so alive.
Well, alive or nothing. It's time you come for a visit at least.
You're absolutely right, Mimi. I'm going to come and see you in about 2 weeks, probably. We'll visit you. Yeah. And I'm going to bring Sean, and whether you like it or not, we're going to overstay our welcome.
Merry Christmas, John.
God bless you, Mimi.
The reporters here.
Which one is that?
The radio New Year's Eve broadcast, something like that.
Right.
Monday we have a photo session for Rolling Stone.
They all bleed into another one, you know. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
The world's been waiting 5 years for this new album by John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
And then the name of the album is Double Fantasy.
And what is that? What is a double fantasy?
Well, I took the family to Bermuda, except for Mother here, who was selling the cows upstate. And I took them to the Botanical Gardens for lunch. And as I was walking in, I saw some flowers, and underneath it there was a sign that said, Freesia, Double Fantasy, you know. And wink! That's it. That's a perfect title for the record, you know. Sort of sums it up, how there's the two of us and all. So I thought that's the perfect title for the record.
And also, you know, in these past 10 years, we learned that we can still be one, but we don't have to unify our thoughts totally. I mean, there's an overall plan that we have, but then in the sense that we're a man and a woman coming from 2 different cultures, we each view that fantasy very differently, so we're celebrating those differences too.
So would you say then that your marriage rather than being a practical commitment is more of a spiritual bond?
That's right, a spiritual bond. See, we're not selling ourselves as a perfect couple. We've had our problems. We still have our problems, you know. But when I was writing this record and recording it with her, I was really singing to the people I grew up with. I mean, I hope the kids like it. If they can dig it, please dig it. But I'm really singing to the people of my age group. I'm saying, how are you now? Did you get through it all? How's your relationship going? Weren't the 70s a drag? Well, let's try to make the 80s good, you know, because it's up to us. It's not out of our control. They say that life begins at 40, and I really believe it. I really feel it. It's like being 20 again and saying, wow, what's going to happen next? Excuse me, baby calling.
Hi, Daddy.
Hello, yourself. Shouldn't you have been asleep hours ago?
I wanted you to kiss me goodnight.
Well, I would have kissed you goodnight anyway, you silly boy.
Don't go to the studio tonight.
But I got to go to the studio, Sean, but me and your mom will be here when you wake up.
You know what I want to be when I grow up?
What's that?
Just a daddy.
Oh, I see. You don't like this because until now we've always been together, is that it?
Uh-huh.
And now you're feeling a bit left out, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But let me tell you something, Sean. Things I'm happy to do with music. And you and I might have more fun together if I'm happier, right?
Uh-huh.
Good. Then off to sleep with you.
But I'm not sleepy.
You're not sleepy? Well, I'll tell you what. If you shut your eyes real tight, I'll sing you your favorite song. Do we have a deal?
Uh-huh.
Good. Ask my lover, please, buy for me the moon, chase away the darkness and scare away the gloom. She thought of something better, gave to me a boy. His face lights up the night, he makes our world so bright. Little one is a love I never had. Little one with the help of Mom and Dad. Yeah. You never need be set away. Secretly, my darling Sean, what you did today, for all the mates you made, and all the games you played. When you're next away, needn't have a fear, no way. If all your mates are gone, your loving dad is here. Good night, everyone.
I told Sean what happened. I showed him the picture of his father on the front of the paper and explained the situation. I took Sean to the spot where John lay after he was shot. Sean wanted to know why the person shot John if he liked him. I explained he was probably a very confused person. Sean said we should try to find out if he was confused or if he really meant to kill John. I said that was up to the court. Sean asked, what court? Tennis court or a basketball court? That's the way Sean used to talk with his father. They were buddies. John would have been very proud of Sean if he had heard this. Sean cried later. He also said, now Daddy is a part of God. I guess when you die, you become much more bigger because you're a part of everything. I don't have much to add to Sean's statement. The silent vigil will take place on December 14th at 2 p.m. for 10 minutes. Our thoughts will be with you. Love, your going, Sean.
I shall never recover.
It was this incredible bitterness. There are always the people pitting us against each other. I suppose we hurt each other, but the bottom line is that we loved each other.
I'll always be in love with him.
When I think about John, I think about all the laughs we had and all the great tunes we played.
My memories of John go back so far that I can hardly remember a time when there was no John Lennon in my life.
I always thought of the others as my brothers. I was an only child, so they were and still are like brothers to me.
He had a vision that millions of people understood.
I still believe in love and peace. I still believe in positive thinking. But there's life, there's hope.